Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well and hope you had a good Monday. Tonight's video is going to be part 5 of my Forgotten Rugby League ground series. The ground I'm going to feature tonight is Birchgrove Oval. Some people have called this the birthplace of rugby league in Australia and the spiritual home of rugby league. The ground hosted some of the first matches in the inaugural 1908 season, and it's a very important ground in rugby league history. So tonight I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the ground if you haven't heard of it before. So as you know, Birchgrove Oval is in the suburb of Birchgrove. It overlooks Balmain in the Sydney Harbour. The ground's actually right on the water there, and you get a good view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge from the Oval. Now, the ground was constructed in 1881, but it wasn't until the next century that rugby union was first played there, and then in 1908 it hosted the first two matches on the opening round of the 1908 season. So the first match to be played there was Balmain. Now, Birchgrove Oval was Balmain's home ground, and they played against Western Suburbs, and they won that match 24 points to 0. And then the second match to be played on the same day was South Sydney, and they defeated North Sydney 11 points to 7. And the crowd that showed up for the match was 3,000 people. Now, between 1908 and 1933, it was the home ground of Balmain, and the club briefly retained in 1942 and played a couple of games, but by that stage their home ground at that moment was Leichhardt Oval, as it continues to be today. The biggest ever score at Birchgrove Oval came in 1920 when Balmain defeated the University 60 points to 13, and that's back in the days when it was only 3 points for a try. So we're looking at a score of probably 70 to 80 points to 13 in that particular match. In total, there was 197 first grade matches played at the Oval between 1908 and 1942. The final match to ever be played at the Oval, a first grade match, NRL match, come on August the 8th, 1942, when Balmain defeated North Sydney 17 points to 5. And it's kind of fitting that two clubs that were there on the opening week of the New South Wales Rugby League competition at the ground got to play the final match there. After that, Balmain just used Leichhardt Oval exclusively as their home ground. Balmain had a pretty good time at Birchgrove Oval. They played 171 matches there. They had 105 wins, 58 losses and 8 draws. So, like last night with Glebe and Wentworth Park, Balmain made Birchgrove Oval a bit of a fortress. While they were at Birchgrove Oval, when it was their home ground, Balmain won 6 premierships in that time period. So they had a very successful time when they were at Birchgrove Oval, Balmain. The ground's still open today. They still play junior rugby league there. Right from 1908 up until now, all through the decades they've played rugby league there on a Saturday, Sunday. Most recently, EFL's tried to move in there. So not only do you have rugby league there on the weekends, but you've also got EFL. That hasn't gone down too well with certain people in the rugby league community. A couple of ex-Balmain legends, especially Ben Elias, come out and voice their displeasure at the fact that EFL was encroaching on Birchgrove Oval. But if you're in Sydney and you've got a day off, or you've got a couple of days off, and you're into rugby league history, you're into history about the game and that, it's worth going there. It's a bit of a pain to get to. It's not exactly, you could see, car friendly, traffic friendly. If they had an NRL game there today, you just imagine the traffic and the chaos, because we're talking about Birchgrove Oval and Birchgrove, where the streets are very narrow and there's no parking to begin with, so you can imagine if there was an NRL game there. But It's worth going there. There's a couple of plaques there that explain the history of the Oval, and you get a nice view, and you get a couple of nice photos and that. So that's me video tonight on the Forgotten Rugby League grounds, part 5. Tonight's ground was Birchgrove Oval. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. If you're enjoying the content that I'm making, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get an email when I do a new video. Tomorrow I'll be doing my tipping video. Stay tuned for that one. But as always, everyone, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you all later. Ta-ra.